Okay, we're all set. Well, Michael, thanks for hopping on with me. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to chat about yourself, your business, Todd's book, things like that. Now, my understanding is you read Todd's book and had some great success coming off of that. So what I'd love to do is I'd love to hear first what life and business was like before you read the book.
Sure.
Yeah.
So a little bit of background. I was corporate sales most of my life. I was in IT sales. I was in Colorado, really getting burned out, and definitely part of the grind, and loved Colorado, loved where we lived, but it was a grind. And there was a merger. I was a target because of my seniority, because of salary, other reasons, but they kind of made the decision for me that it was time for a change. I could have gone and gotten another job, but I decided if not now, never. So my wife and I have always, we've always liked real estate. We've always looked for the crappiest house in a nice neighborhood, and we would go fix it up, and we'd get bored and we'd sell it. So it wasn't really for money. It was more just, we don't like to sit in one place very long. And we've always liked real estate. So we said, why don't we try this? The people on the show on the TV seem to be doing pretty good. We can do this.
All the HGTVers make it look so easy.
Yep. So we did it. And we had done a rental and a flip in Colorado. And like I said, we're both love doing the work ourselves.
Right. So
we really got into this thinking that we were going to start flipping. Well, we had 2 flips going at the same time.
Wow.
Sorry, there was a gap there. So we made the change, and we decided to move to Sarasota, Florida. We had a condo on the Key, which we've been using as a short-term rental, VRBO and Airbnb. So there was always a draw here. My wife and I were originally from Florida years and years ago, so we've always been drawn back here. I love the ocean, love being near the water. So we decided, hey, cost of entry is less here in Florida than it is in Boulder, Colorado, where we were.
Sure.
So we had 2 flips going here, ton of stress. I mean, we had every issue you can imagine we had with getting work done. I ended up doing a lot of the work myself. And that part was not enjoyable for us. So I started, I'm always trying to learn something new. So I'm reading books, listening to podcasts, and I got interested in wholesaling. So Todd's book was one of the books that I read that I liked it because Todd is down to earth. It was he's very direct. It's very much, hey, do these steps, and I did. I mean, it was very practical for me and how my brain works. So I started with just one form. I started with a deal machine. So I'm doing deal machine. Eventually got to the point where I have 2 part-time drivers now. I mean, I'll still go out and look for deals because I still enjoy getting out of the house and going and finding deals. But so in that process, through deal machine, from me just being out and finding for sale by owner, I was able to do, I've done 5 deals, 5 wholesale deals, and the total wholesale fees for those 5 deals has been $57,000.
Wow.
So we've also got a couple of flips in there, which were not part of deal machine. So that's still part of our strategy. And then as a result of doing this, I've also got a house under contract right now, which our intention was to put it under, keep it and put it as a rental. But with what's going on, we're just kind of waiting and seeing. I've got a couple of months before I need to close on that. We got an extension, so we're gonna ride this out a little bit and see what happens.
Nice.
But the business kind of went into a lull. I mean, I'm still full speed ahead with marketing a deal machine, but that really, besides me calling, which I do a ton of cold calling and driving around a deal machine. The funnel's kind of dried up. So I've met some other really good guys, good people that are in the real estate business, real estate investors and wholesalers. and I tried to network with them, but I really felt like I needed to take it to the next level. I've never had a mentor really that I've paid. So I decided to, there's lots of places you can go for mentoring.
Yeah.
But I thought, hey, Todd, I really like Todd's style, and the fact that he is down to earth, and he's not bragging about which jet he took today, and how many Lamborghinis
Right.
he's got in the garage. So that shit kind of turns me off.
Sure.
But again, just very practical. And so I joined the group. I joined the Axiom Kingdom group.
Yep.
To really try to get, I'm trying to get to a point where I'm just much more consistent. I have regular deal flow, that I can network with other experienced real estate professionals that can help me kind of take it to the next level. And also what I can do, if I can encourage somebody else, that's awesome, right?
Sure.
So I think for me also, I'm not a young kid, as you can tell, but I feel I've got some life left in me.
Yeah.
So, but I've got a lifetime of sales experience. So I think that was really helpful for me, because a lot of what I do and what I'm doing is exactly what I've been doing my whole sales career, right? Going and finding a deal, building a relationship, getting people to trust you, listen, follow up. So really it's all the same skills. I'm just applying it to real estate.
Sure. Sure. So it sounds like what I'm hearing you say is like you through your skill set, through your past career, you had the action piece down. It was just, okay, what's the how-to for this specific industry? And after reading the book, you're like, oh, well, this guy makes sense. I can take my skill set and apply what he teaches. And here we are. How long ago what was the time frame that you did those 5 deals?
So I've done those 5 deals in the last 6 months.
6 months. Wow.
Yep.
That's
so
awesome.
I started full-time, I would say full-time wholesaling in June of last year.
Okay.
We had a couple of flips. Again, we got the flips kind of done and got through that stress. I'll still do a flip, but I know what kind of flip I'm going to do. In every deal you do, every experience you have, I'm trying to learn from and what not to do. So there's a lot of what not to do's that I'm learning.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What did you have any like specific takeaways? Like when you read Todd's book, obviously it was like kind of the how-to and you're like, wow, that makes sense on how to apply it. Was there anything like specifically that stuck out to you when you read it?
It just do it, right? The practical, and it's been a little while since I've read the book. I think the mindset was really helpful, because it's not hard to, especially nowadays, it's not hard to really be debilitated by fear, uncertainty. So, nobody knows what's going to happen.
Right.
But I'm trying to think. I can't recall really specifically what it was, other than it just got me started. It got me, all right, just go and do it, right? Just go start calling people, start talking to people. Don't, you're just having a conversation. It's just one person having a conversation with
like you said, it's all about relationships.
Yeah.
And just going and how to build those relationships and what people to talk to.
Yeah. And I've heard this more than once, and that really resonates with me. The real estate is really not about the house. Nobody cares about the house. I've heard Todd say that. Yeah. It's a people business. It has nothing to do with the property.
It's so true. So true. Yeah. Well, I love it when he says that, but he's like, it's not about the box. I'm like, what box? Right. Oh, the house. You mean the big box? I got it. Yeah. But it's all about people and helping them solve their problems.
Right.
It takes things to a whole new level when you can operate in that capacity, because now it's not a transaction. It's like, hey, I'm helping my fellow human now. Like, this is cool.
Yeah.
So that's incredible, man. So now moving forward over the net, so you did the 5 deals, and now, and I know this from the previous conversation we've had, you're looking to make wholesaling like the new foundation so that you can like skyrocket into other investment strategies and to like further your flipping business. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, the long-term passive cash flow, that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah.
So wholesaling enables me to cherry pick which deals I want to buy and hold, what I'm going to wholesale, which ones we're going to flip. So really, I look at wholesaling as that's our bread and butter.
Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I love the analogy that you gave when we were talking last time of like creating the foundation of wholesaling and then making that the bread and butter for now. Because previously it's been flipping. And now it's like, okay, let's make the wholesaling the bread and butter. Flipping is going to be gravy. And then we want to transition into making the buy and hold or whatever strategy we use for the passive income to be the bread and butter. And we just utilize the wholesaling as the foundation and the stepping stone to get there and kind of transition.
That's the plan.
I was like, oh, that's such a good analogy. Makes me want biscuits though, but that's exciting, man. That's exciting. So you've got another deal under contract, and then obviously with being an Axiom, you're just getting rolling with that, and looking to just duplicate what you did last year, and then some, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I really quadruple is what I need to do.
Sure.
So I've always had a good income, and I'm actually making less, but happier now because I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm doing it for myself, not for somebody else.
Yeah.
So my why is the freedom, leave a legacy for my wife and my family. So I've got good motivation to do that. Sure. But no, I have a goal. I want to quadruple the business this year.
That's awesome. Well, that's so exciting. I'm so thrilled to be on this journey with you, and also to hear that Todd's book, If You Can't Wholesale After This, I've Got Nothing For You, was able to be like a stepping stone in that process and getting you to where you wanted to be. So really appreciate you taking the time to talk about this, Michael. And my hope is that this is helpful for other people going, you know what, that was a good book, or, hey, that allowed me to unlock something in my mind similar to what Michael said, and being able to help move other people forward. Similar to what you were talking about earlier. Hey, if I can help somebody else, that's the whole point of doing this is, hey, here's a success story from, hey, this is what I was doing before the book. Here's what I read the book, and here's what I've been able to do afterwards. And now it's moving me in the right direction, which is incredible.
Yeah. I would say going all in really helps make a difference also, right? Now, you just got to go all in, believe in yourself, and just, I struggle with trying to find a balance a little bit, which I shared with you, but you have to go all in. That's
right. Agreed. Yeah. It's that balance is tough. It's honestly, I think it's kind of a little bit of a myth, but I relate it to the rocket ship. When a rocket ship goes up to the moon, it's off course like something like 98% of the time, or some high statistic like that. But that balance is only when it's correcting, and it like, here's the perfect trajectory. And it's like, cool, we're in balance now. Now we're out of balance. Okay, recorrect. Now we're in balance. Now we're out of balance. It's kind of like constantly going there, and it takes constant work.
A moving target.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, I want to be respectful of your time. Thank you so much again for doing this, Michael. And I'm
my pleasure.
Looking forward to working with you more in Axiom and seeing you continue to grow and succeed and hit those goals and those that legacy piece that you talked about. That's huge, brother. So,
all right. Well, thank you, and stay safe.
Yeah, likewise.